On this edition of Street Kung Fu, we're going to teach you a nice entry combination from the Wing Chun fighting arts system. Stick around. What's going on, YouTube fam? This is Sifu Jimmy Manfredy here coming at you once again with my assistant as always, Isaac Jones for Street Kung Fu. And today we're going to teach you a nice little combination from the Wing Chun fighting arts system. At least, you know, the ones that were passed down to me by all my instructors. And it's a nice entry combination with a double tap at the end. All right, so it looks a little something like this. You're going to come in. This is going to be a pak, chop, tan, chop, and then sinking hand, palm, okay? So 1, 2, 3, okay? Boom. All right, so you'd actually be chopping the jaw and then palming it right after it. So go nice and slow. 1, he blocks that. Tan sao to lop sao, which is grasping hand. If you notice what happens here, he gets trapped by his own arm. And like I always say, a trap doesn't mean that you've got them trapped to their body. A trap is just like any trap, any bear trap, snare trap, whatever. It's there to be tripped, okay? You got to trip the trap to make it work. So this is a trap. So if he tries to raise his arm, he gets trapped there. Or I pull him somewhere else and it's even worse, okay? So don't be fooled into thinking that trapping means that you got to pin them down. That's pinning them, okay? That's literally pinning them to their body. It's not a trap. The trap gets sprung once something happens to put them in a place that you can utilize that as an advantage, all right? So we're going to go pak sao chop, pak sao fak sao, tan sao to lop sao, okay? Chop, fak sao again. All right, and then you're going to jut sao, which is, you know, jerking hand backwards, jerk back, slide into pinning hand, gum sao, and then palm, you know, juk jung, right underneath. All right, side palm. So again, 1, 2, 3. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But you should go in a 3 count. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Again. Okay? You can do it pretty quick. All right? So it's a nice entry combination. You know, we're doing it from wrist against wrist position, so this is how you want to train it with a partner. But regardless of situation, wrist against wrist is a training method. Okay? This is a form of chi sao, sticking hands. Now, when we're here, this looks, you know, similar to Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon. You know, when he starts doing that to Ohara, all right? So this is for training purposes, all right? So boom, I'm doing it here. Boom, do it there. Boom, 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 okay? So as you're doing that, slowly, gradually build up more and more speed, all right? But stay controlled, you know? Flash is trash if you don't drill it to perfection, all right? You know, I can do it quick, but if I was doing it quick and I'm just flailing my hands around, it's not going to do anything devastating, and all he's got to do really is see that I don't have any power behind it and then just come right down the middle and pop you, okay? So we start from here, but in reality, we can do it from here, and he throws that punch, and I go boom. If he doesn't block it, he gets hit, doesn't matter. Again, boom, that's 1. If he does block it, boom, boom, that's it. You just keep going. So you go 1, 2, 3, okay? See what I'm saying? So I can do it quick and then slow it down right at the end just to prove a point, you know? So once you go here, boom, that's it, all right? As far as that particular technique. Now, you can add to it as much as you want. You can throw a bunch of different techniques after that. Again, this is an entry technique. So once we go from here and I go 1, 2, 3, right? I can switch back and go to the other side, always maintaining the trap. Okay? That way, in order to get this hand out, he'd have to bring it all the way around to do something. And by that time, he's bringing that all the way around, I can switch both hands if I wanted to, okay? Just fan out like Quan Sao, okay? Rolling hand. Or even Gan Sao going like this, preferably Quan Sao, because my left hand wants to go over to his right hand. That way I have still control here, and then I can come back. Okay? It's a consistent give and take, you know, yin yang, give and take. All right? So you can play with that in 100 different ways. You know, I love this technique because it's a quick flow drill that goes really well with, you know, like our flow hands drill. You know what I mean? I get to here, and I go from here to here, right? And I treat it the same way, and I pop, and he'll go to block, boom, into there. So you can add drills together in training and in practice just to keep your fluidity going. You know, in Wing Chun, the most devastating part of Wing Chun Kung Fu is the fact that we can continuously keep our motion going forward. You know what I mean? Or, you know, a lot of people will say, you know, you never retreat, you always go forward. Well, I mean, in reality, sometimes you got to step back. That's why we have drills where we step back 1 step or 2 steps and then go right back to the front. You see what I mean? It's always give and take. You know, you never want to listen to anyone teaching a combative art who tells you, you always go forward. You know, and even though a lot of Wing Chun practitioners and lineages will always say, constant forward movement, constant forward movement, constant forward movement. Well, here's the problem with constant forward movement. If I keep moving forward and he just shifts to one direction, I'm gone. You know, I keep going. If he's coming forward and I'm not in place and I don't shift, I get hit. If he's go back over here, please. If he's coming forward and I decide I want to step back before I launch my attack to create an off-balanced opponent, then that's what I'm going to do. You know, so remember, these rules given throughout time and history of all arts, you know, they're guidelines. They're not set in stone rules. Combat is chaotic. You know, there's never been a really pretty fight outside of a movie, ever. You know, whether it's Kung Fu, Karate, Taekwondo, and, you know, Krav Maga, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you know, Judo, Swai Jiao, Sanda, any system you can think of, there's never been like a really pretty true combative clash. It's just never going to be pretty, you know, like that. It's not going to be something you can put in a movie. You know, that's why in movies we over-exaggerate stuff, you know what I mean? You know, real wide punches and stuff like that, stuff that a true fighter would know. You never throw a punch that wide, you keep it nice and tight, hook it in quick, you know what I mean? So keep that in mind. So, you know, if you get caught even doing this particular drill, if I go like this and he's stepping forward while he's doing that block, he's gonna push me back, okay? Which is perfectly fine. I need that. I need pressure like that from time to time. I come in, boom, and I move forward again. Get him on his heels, get him to move back too. You know, I use that to an advantage, not let it be a disadvantage because I'm constantly thinking, move forward, move forward, move forward, move forward. You know what I mean? Wing Chun and, you know, damn near every martial art, if you think about it, works on a center line principle with angular attack principles. You know what I mean? And circular motion. So really, you're working with 3 shapes here. A line, a triangle, and a circle. Okay? You're constantly working 360 degrees. You're always moving on angles. You know? When you're in your neutral stance, you know, that's the bottom half of the triangle. Your heels are on the 2 tips. And when we move forward and we get into that arrow stance or triangle stance, however you want to call it, we start shaping out that triangle. You know, now we're on the left side of it. Come back, and then we move to the other side. Now that's the whole triangle completed. You know what I mean? So boxing, similar. You know, your stance is similar. You know, you move left and right. You're still shifting left and right. You're launching forward. You know, the heel is up normally, and you're bouncing off of it. There's tons of martial arts systems that do that as well. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. I mean, boxing is a martial art. Wrestling is a martial art. These are all martial arts, martial systems, martial methods, martial concepts, whatever, you know, acronym you want to give it, or you know, whatever terminology you want to use. So keep that in mind. All right. So one more time, from wrist against wrist position, we want to go pak sao, chop. All right. Then we're going to go tan sao immediately to lop sao, which is spreading hand to grasping hand. Okay. Set this trap as I chop out and hit him in the jaw or in the throat. Okay. This is obviously more devastating. If I come up and hit him in the throat here, and then I pull it and then hit him in the throat again as I push his jaw up, it's a lot more devastating. So we can go 1, 2, 3, and if I want to finish it off, his neck is already stretched back, punch him right in the throat. You know what I mean? Or go from here, bring this elbow that's already prepared to launch, boom, right in the center of the chest or in the jaw or whatever. All right? So practice that nice and slow. Always be aware of your partner. You know, always let them know what you're doing. Practice safely, practice consistently, practice diligently. All right? And again, as always, leave a comment below. Let me know, you know, how you're doing with it, what you think of it, yay or nay. All right? And help us out with that algorithm. Give it a like. Subscribe to catch more of our videos. And more that are to come, obviously, because we're not going to stop. We're going to keep sharing martial arts, whether people like it or not. All right? So keep that in mind. Like, share, subscribe. We're out of here. This is Sifu Jimmy Manfredy. Isaac Jones. Take it easy.